and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go from the Steel City. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Come on. Alert. Press all 80.
On the ground is Quinshawn Judkins. Inside the 40. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. On now, Cade York for the point out. The kick is good. And the Browns are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jalen Warren. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
A really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up second and
so everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. Third down coming up. Bill look to throw. And he gets that to Hardman. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. On first down, it's Watson. It's a short throw, caught by Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Quick throw taken in by Judy. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gains. It is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. That one is complete to Hardman. And he's very close to a 1st down, out of bounds, right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is 4th down. And he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
19 Tigers, go!
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Judkins. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. Tackle's made at about the 38-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Off the bootleg, here's Watson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set. Cut up, Cougar 19.
We'll try and run for the 1st with Judkins. Give him 16 there, and a first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at three situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's go now. Oh, no. Past the 60. Past the 60. Ready?
Now the former Vol, Dylan Sampson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 37-yard line.
Ready?
Out of the gun, Watson. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. And Mitchell, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready?
From the shotgun, here's Watson. Escaping to his left. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. York is good on the extra point. And the Browns move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Brett Delphin up to make the play.
He was taken down by Brett Delphin. 4 yards on the pickup.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 6.
Ready? 70 Lions.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go.
It's Hardman running a jet sweep, and he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them. He'll drop the throw. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
It's one of those things that rookie quarterbacks just really struggle with early on in the NFL. If you just stare down your primary read, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. So continue to work through your progressions, take what's there, find the open receiver, and with more reps, this is something that you have to imagine he's going to really improve.
And he is out of bounds at the 45. He needed 13 and got 14 for the 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. This is 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
At their own 15-yard line.
Now 1st down throw for Watson. There's a screen set up for Judkins. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and it's a pickup of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
Ready, set.
2 yards. And the Browns 1st down.
Ready. Coogan.
On play action, it's Watson. Rolling right. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2.
Back to 60. Back to 60.
Back to throw is Watson. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. And he's going to be taken down after a big 2nd down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Watson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pass into the hands of the rookie from Florida State. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
He'll get something there on the return. Able to take this back to the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Hey! 19, Tiger, 19, go!
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out first, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Now it's Watson. Exiting the pocket right. Now he'll run. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. A pickup there of 28 yards.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
Going for it all. That's to the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Come on, come on. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Steady.
On second down, it's Judkins. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And he picks up the first down here, but hold on, will it stand? There's a flag on the field. Wyatt Teller called for the infraction. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field.
3-yard attempt.
And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And this will stay a 2-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Let's go now.
On the ground, it's Johnson. And he's not going to get there. walloped right at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. On 1st down, Watson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's Sampson. Up the sideline, past the 30. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he will dive into the end zone. 84 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. York, good on the extra point. And the Browns will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
York to kick off for the Browns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he's going to finally be ushered out of bounds all the way up by midfield.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go, set. 70 left.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. On the move, past the 40. And he will go all the way. Jalen Warren, touchdown Pittsburgh. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Well, they get the running back out of the backfield, and Greg, we find him in the end zone, a touchdown pass.
Mike, we call those short throw, long run. It's every quarterback's dream. He's able to get the ball out of his hand to his intended target. And in this case, this guy, he does the rest.
Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Buffalo 80, Buffalo 80. Go.
Throwing is Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready. 60 Eagles, 60.
Watson to throw. And left side. It's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Cleveland.
Okay, ready? Here we go, set. Ready.
Watson to throw again. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. Second down, they need 7.
The 24-yard line.
Come on, set. Ready.
Throwing again is Watson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. 3rd and long. To the air again. Watson. He's got it about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Again, it's Watson. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw on 2nd down is Watson. Flushed to his left.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. This quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight. He's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up 3rd and goal.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal.
Get it!
To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
60 by 6, 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
On 4th down, Watson. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Being on some shit. We go 0 to 100 real quick.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He'll look to throw. A hit as he through, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold them on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete.
Pickup of 14 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
Ready, break. Let's go now.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Ready?
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. 60.
Throwing now from the gun. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. He's got his tight end. That's fire move. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Warren, running left. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Ready up.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
COVID-19. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one is complete to Hardman. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and ducks the ball away.
And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal.
19, Tiger, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Hold the check. Ready? Let's go.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Ready?
It's Watson out of the pistol. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. To throw here to begin the drive. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. John Smith, the tight end, man he was looking for there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage like you saw there that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. Metcalf left side, he's got it. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6. A carry here for Warren. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
That's caught. Inside. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
They run with Warren. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll try to run for it with Johnson. 1st down and more inside the 15. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
Really nice job getting this ball out to the edge. And then once he's able to get clear of the D-line, get vertical and accelerate down the sideline. That's a great run. He's forced out of bounds, but not before setting up 1st and goal.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. That is Myles Garrett getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will score. Game on. Jalen Warren. Touchdown Steelers. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, break! Go! Hawk 70, Hawk, Bravo 80!
On first down, it's Watson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
The defense stringing him out. No gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Watson now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Dylan Sampson was the man who was trying to hook up with them. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. The Browns getting their punting team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And this is going to pin them back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
Their own 8-yard line.
One complete. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Let's go.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He's pinned to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. They forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's go now. Steady.
Here's Judkins. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Cougar 19. Go.
They run it once more with Judkins. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Steady.
And on first down, it's back to Judkins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9.
Go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Steady.
They'll give it here to Judkins. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Craft all 80.
Shotgun snap to Watson. Forced out wide. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Little miscommunication there, and that brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Go. 19, 18. Hey, Moses.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That one hauled in. It's complete. Down the left sideline. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position out of bounds at the 3. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Now, 1st and goal.
79 Broncos.
Here's Warren. And he will power his way into the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown Steelers. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
On first down, Watson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
To the right side, and incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
Let's go now. Ready?
Throwing on third down, Watson. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
Over up the middle with Warren. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. They'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Third down, they need 5.
Let's go. Half the 60. Half the 60. Check out.
On third down, they go with Wallace. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake. You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field, you're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Watson now on first down. They try to set up the screen. This one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Another try, second and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. His throw left is complete with Judy. They'll have time to work with, but they have no timeouts. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Going deep downfield for Judy. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
Kick is good. Makes the score Browns 48, Steelers 25.
final minute as they kick it away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's first down.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Third down and 10.
Now they'll set up to throw. He finds Austin with the ground. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. We'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. And here we go, 4th and inches.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Hut up.
They'll go, and it's Smith. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to go all the way. Oh, that's some late magic. They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Is this one of those plays that all the offensive line had to do, Mike, was just give him a crease and get him to the second level, because from there, he's going to do the rest. That's as impressive a run as we'll see all year long.
Makes the score Steelers 32, Browns 28. Chris Boswell on the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
28-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
60 Here we go, set.
Watson. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. They'll come up now for second down.
Let's go now.
Here's Watson. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to air this one out. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory.